We're going to put on the EasyShoe Compete next with Polyflex Bond, and we're going to use copper sulfate in it. Copper sulfate's a really good additive for your glue if you're gluing in wet climates. It really lets you when you take the shoe off, there's no buildup of any bacteria, and it's a really nice additive. So we're going to add the copper sulfate. And so the first thing we want to do is we're not going to use mixing tips when we use the copper sulfate. And what we want to do is we want to come in and actually cut off the ends of these cartridges. And that way it allows us to really have a really clean mix. So we cut that off right to the end. And we're going to purge material again. Still important to purge, so we're going to open this up. And we're going to work on purging material until both materials come out even. First we're going to do copper sulfate. So I'm going to do about 5 squeezes of this copper sulfate. What this copper sulfate does is it mixes in with the glue. You can see about how much I've got in here. So copper sulfate's in. Now I'm going to do 5 pumps of glue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably a little overkill, but when you're learning to glue, a little more is better than not enough. So now we're going to mix it up. We want to mix quickly here because we don't have all that long. We want to mix the copper sulfate in very, very good. We want to come and fold it in. Keep mixing it up really. So you want to make sure that both types of glue are mixed in well. You want to get a uniform color. You want to get the copper sulfate mixed in really well. Keep peeling that back into the And once that's done, we want to come into our shoe, still on our clamp. And we want to bring it right in the shoe cuff and base area. Another bit. Back in the cuff. So the biggest difference when you're using this glue is we're not going to have the horse go weight bearing. It's all going to be the pressure of our hands pushing it down. So you want to get enough glue that any extra glue we're going to pull out of the shoe later. We'll show you that step. So we're coated nice. I put a little on the outside so I can use it to smear. Okay. I'm going to come over the foot. I'm going to also have a stick that's angled like this. This is important. What we want to do is get it set, apply pressure. We have some time with this glue, so we're going to use this to patch in all of our holes. You also use your fingers with your gloves, but I'm just going to use this extra stick. So up around the cuffs. Now we want to come in and start cleaning our shoe up. In here, all this is extra sole pressure. If we leave it, I'm going to clean this out. We've cleaned it up nice. No more Numbing in the sole, no possible sole pressure. And now it's a waiting game. What we're going to do now is this foot needs to be held up in the air for roughly 5 minutes. I got one little gap back here I'm going to fill. You just saw. So now we're playing a waiting game. We got roughly 5 minutes of waiting with the hoof up in the air. This is the most difficult part about this glue. So you can kind of rock back and forth, but we don't want to hold the shoe at this point. We want to hold the leg. Another good technique is to take a rag and wrap it around the leg. Take these gloves off. Don't get any gloves up. So it's just a waiting game. So we're going to wait for 5 minutes. We'll tune back in and we'll show you how to clean it up. Okay, so now we're going to clean up the shoe with the Polyflex Bond on it. It's a little bit different. One of the things I like to do with, I just learned a nice trick. You can spray your rasp down with WD-40 and that keeps all the glue out. I also like to keep my wire brush handy to get all the glue out. Just knock it out. So I like starting with the rasp. We'll come back into the Buffy and kind of make it look pretty and really blend this side. The Buffy just really blending it in, making it look nice.